The Tag Mobile Podcast, brought to you by the App Garden, transforming mobile business. If this is the first time you've listened to the Tag Podcast, welcome. If you're a returning listener, thank you for joining us again. I'm Mel from the App Garden. This is episode number 2, 3rd of July 2014. This week's podcast focuses on how event apps should be becoming a priority for festival and events organisers, and it includes a lowdown on my recent trip to the heightened Literary Festival. The festival doesn't have an app to accompany their event, so I'll be looking at ways in which my experience could have been improved had there been an app to support the event. I'm going to start this week's podcast with a quote from the Event App Bible. Quote, "Mobile apps are destined to become one of the most popular pieces of technology for the event industry, as they're fuelled by the astounding growth in smartphones adoption." Unquote. UK event organisers are becoming increasingly aware that apps are not just desirable, but essential in delivering seamless, up-to-date events with heightened attendee experience. Almost gone are the days of printed event directories, which are invariably out of date before they've gone to print. A few weekends ago, I was lucky enough to attend the heightened Literary Festival, an annual event running since 1988, which draws up to almost 100,000 visitors. There are over 500 events crammed into the 11-day programme in May and June, and the organisers claim to have over 65,000 mailing list subscribers. Figures from the 2012 event show in excess of 700,000 web visits and 4 million page views. So, all in all, not a small event then. The event is well connected on Facebook and Twitter, but did the festival have an accompanying app? Sadly not. I even rang to check. It kind of goes without saying, there was inclement weather on the weekend I was there, and it caused absolute chaos on the roads and in the car parks. And subsequently, event start times were delayed by 15 minutes. There were dozens of stage alterations communicated to visitors on a chalkboard propped up at the welcome desk. So, now I've kind of got you in the picture, let's take a look at how an app might have improved the visitor experience, helped the organisers, increased marketing capabilities for the sponsors and partners, and even assisted in increasing revenue. Before the event had started, information about availability of local accommodation would have been a really nice touch. They did have a bed finder service on their website, but it would have been extra nice to have had access to that information through an app. During the event, car park alterations and a message about the 15-minute delay were communicated by email by the organisers on the morning of my event. Good, but a push notification to my mobile might have been a better option. Now, what would have been great if I could have accessed a venue map on the app, which really would have helped my appalling sense of direction. I could have received an alert 15 minutes before my event was due to start, which would have saved me continually time watching. A push notification about my venue change would have been really useful, just in case I'd missed that old-fashioned chalkboard at the welcome desk. The 15-minute delay did help, but sadly it wasn't anywhere near long enough to combat the delay caused by the chaos in the car park, and as a result, I missed the first event I had tickets for. But how about this? What if there had been a feature on the app that allowed me to choose the option to resell my tickets because I knew I was too late to attend? And because I'd missed my event, how about a push notification to tell me what other events were taking place a little later on that still had ticket availability? Now, that would have been magic. And for sold-out events, of which there were quite a few on the weekend I was there, mainly thanks to the pulling power of Stephen Fry and Jennifer Saunders, stopping visitors continually asking box office staff if they had any returns by using push notifications, informing visitors of any return tickets, and then a further notification when the tickets had been resold. Inspired. Oh, except they didn't have an app, did they? When appropriate, could some of the talks be supported with live participation and voting through the app with instant audience feedback, making us feel just that bit more involved? And how about attendees posting questions to the speaker through the app while sitting in the queue, which could be used in the Q&A sessions? Or how about the opportunity to rate the talk just attended? BBC Arts Online had collaborated with the event to produce daily live streams of some of the event highlights and UK-wide television coverage provided via the One Show. But how about taking this one step further and offering attendees the opportunity to watch sold-out or headline events by live video feed directly to mobile devices? And what about including a small donation to the festival's chosen charity to boost funds and raise awareness? So, an app would have provided lots of benefits for the visitor. But what about the exhibitors? Well, the catering stalls could have increased traffic at their quiet morning times by offering special timed offers via push notifications. And I anticipate that authors taking part in book signings would have welcomed prior knowledge of roughly how many visitors might be attending their book signing via app pre-registering. And the benefits to the event organisers? As well as potentially increasing ticket sales through notifications of available tickets, easing the burden on box office and welcome staff, assisting the running of a seamless event and making the visitor feel more connected, the app would be a further significant benefit for potential or existing sponsors, giving them the opportunity to increase their exposure. The fact is that event apps are going to change the way we attend and run events, and the time is actually already upon us when event attendees are beginning to expect an app to enhance their event experience. I'm fairly confident that the Hay-on-Wye Festival will have a supporting app for the 2015 event and that it will prove a significant bonus. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you for listening to the Tag Mobile podcast, brought to you by the App Garden.
Transforming mobile business.
The App Garden is an app development company specialising in the event industry. It has developed apps for numerous events, including the 2014 International Takaful Summit in Abu Dhabi, the 2014 Surrey Half Marathon, and SDL Innovate. Join us again next week when we'll be discussing more developments and news in the mobile industry.